Welcome to the Andrew Collette Show. I'm going to attempt my first ever Nuzlocke. And why not? Let's add hardcore rules because I really like the idea of a level cap and set battle mode. Here are the rules of this playthrough. First, when a Pokemon faints, it's dead, meaning I can't use it anymore. Second, I can only catch the first random encounter from each route or area. No overworld/raid encounters. There will be 1 or 2 overworld encounters just because there's no random encounters. Third, no items in battle, but held items are okay. Fourth, set battle mode, meaning no free switching when an enemy Pokemon is defeated. Fifth, no leveling past the next gym leader's ace Pokemon until the start of that battle. I have not played through this game since the month it came out over a year ago, and I've never done a Nuzlocke, so I'm expecting some dumb mistakes from not remembering the story and beginner Nuzlocke stuff. To start our journey, I pick Grookey. Since it's the bulkiest of the starters, I figure I want to prioritize staying alive. Going with movie characters as my nickname theme, I name it Caesar for my favorite trilogy of the 2010s. On Route 1, I catch my first encounter Squovit and name it Alvin from that one kid's movie. Route 2 comes along where we get a Rookidee, naming it Zazu from The Lion King. After bopping Hop's team again, I marvel at the wild area and all the encounters I'm about to get. Instead, I decided to go fishing in Motostoke, adding Magikarp to our team, naming it Nemo. Now back to the wild area. In the rolling fields, Voodoo joins the team as Audrey 2 from the Little Shop of Horrors. Then I encounter Stuffle from the Dappled Grove, but it's a way higher level than I expected it to be. I'm already freaking out this early in the game, trying to run and eventually had to sacrifice Audrey 2 to keep everyone else alive. I'm so sorry, girl. I lost you and didn't even catch Stuffle. In Westlake Axwell, Timpo is caught and named Kermit from the Muppets. I find another grass type, Snover, from East Lake Axwell, and it said to me, I am Groot. Next is Corfish from South Lake Miloke, naming it Sebastian from Under the Sea. That's it from the wild area for now, to avoid another high level encounter until later in the game. Hop is defeated again, but there were some close calls. And Route 3 brings us Machop, which I named Mr. Incredible. Then I battled this schoolboy because, come on, how tough can he be? Come on. Welp, his Dottler is threatening my whole team and its defense makes it slow to take down. Alvin comes in taking the critical hit confusion, heals from the berry and its ability Cheek Pouch. Gets critical hit again and hurts itself in confusion, killing Alvin. Zazu finally finishes Dottler and Caesar evolves. Dang, already 2 deaths and not even 1 gym badge yet. Oh well, let's keep going. The Galar mine is one of 2 areas in the game where I can't get a random encounter, so I close my eyes and run. Diglett is added to the team and named the Underminer, another rep from the Incredibles. Then back to the wild area in the Watchtower Ruins, I catch Duskull with the name of Casper. On to North Lake Miloke, I encounter Stunky, which is bad since I was planning on my ace Caesar to weaken them, but this guy's poison typing makes it difficult. It would never stay in the Pokeball, so I played it safe and ran. At least I didn't lose anyone. Back to the Galar mine to continue the story, I face speed for the first time. Thankfully, I switched when necessary and won the battle with no deaths. Now at Route 4, I came across Meowth and named it Binks from Hocus Pocus. A couple battles later, Zazu evolves into Corvisquire. After what feels like a lifetime with a long game intro along with a noob Nuzlocke mistakes, it's time for the first gym battle. Groot is the key to victory here with its amazing stab boosted priority ice shards, also resisting all of their grass attacks, countering with a couple max hailstorms and finishing Eldegoss with an ice shard. Route 6 brings me my first unique encounter not being an encounter at all. It's Toxel from the daycare, which I named Pascal from Tingle. Meanwhile, revenge! I kick Team Yell's butt to get a sweet bike and demolish Hop again. At the second gym town, I go fishing to catch a Chinchou. Wasn't able to find a movie angler fish with the name, so Green Lantern it was. Nemo then evolves into Gyarados. Now I've heard that Nessa can be one of the harder gym leaders in this game, but that just ain't true with Caesar. Razor Leaf to Goldeen, Max Overgrowth to Arrokuda, and Max Overgrowth 4 times super effective, murdering Dreadnought 2 gyms down. The only way to have a random encounter in the second Galar mine is to fish, so Barboach is reeled onto the team being named Oscar from Shark Tale. Another bead fight, but with no crits and confusion, it's easy knockoff on most of his team, then Binks' steel typing makes it impossible to lose. Hop and I remind Kabu he has a job as a gym leader, so he better get back or he's fired. Just before we get to the hotel in the Moto outskirts, I catch a Scraggy naming it Godfather. I remember Marnie not being hard at all, so I don't bother to heal and don't prep at all. I bet you can guess where this is going. Oscar can't do anything because of Krogunk's dry skin, giving it a free hit when I switch in Green Lantern, and it eventually dies from another revenge. Caesar takes care of him, but after a hit from Scraggy, I can't risk losing my starter, so I hope Groot can do this with an ice shard. But they live and execute Groot with low kick, then Scraggy passes out due to hail. Luckily, Mr. Incredible easily takes on Morpeko. Dang, I cannot assume things anymore in this run. 2 more died because of me. I am so sorry, your death deaths will not be in vain. While grinding on stream, my internet cuts out, stopping the recording here. What happened was Joltik got a critical hit, max flutterby, one hit KOing the Underminer. Okay, I guess I gotta be careful grinding too. Meanwhile, Kermit evolves into Palpitoad. At least my next teammate is finally a fire type. In the third gym, you're required to catch a Pokemon. Since all three of them are visible, I used this high-tech random number generator and a sticky note, resulting in us getting a Vulpix. I name her Felicity Fox from Fantastic Mr. Fox. Time to face Kabu. Kermit gets burned by Ninetales, but that's not a worry since it bubble beams back a couple times, getting the KO. Arcanine is sent in, so I have Kermit only bubble beam once because another bite might crit, killing him. Nemo intimidates Arcanine, lowering its attack, allowing us to one-hit KO with Max Geyser, setting up the rain as well. Scentiscorch is slower, so another Max Geyser will seal us the third gym badge. After that, Mr. Incredible looks now even more incredible. Hammerlock is now opened as well as Route 6, which I make sure to avoid all encounters since I want Draco's ult. However, that never happened because I spent all of my watts on the digging duo even later in the game too and never got the fossils I needed. After some battles there, Binks evolves into Berserker. One of the battles on this route is with this crazy art guy. Nemo easily wipes out Coughing by switching Caesar so Nemo doesn't get destroyed by a rock attack. With Caesar still in the green, I decided to take the risk from a crit, but they don't even get a crit. The previous attack was a low roll. Dang it! I wanted to bring my starter all the way to the end of my first run. This situation has taught me to prepare even for just regular trainer battles. 4 of my party members were weak to rock. This could have easily not been a problem if Binks or Mr. Incredible was with us. Lesson learned. Nemo luckily flinched Sudowoodo with Waterfall and gets the KO next turn. With the experience from that match, along with giving the baby candy, Pascal is now a Toxtricity and Sebastian evolved into a Crawdaunt as well. Back to the wild area for more partners. Bridgefield provides us a Weasel, which I named Rufus from Kim Possible, and I accidentally knocked out this Litwick from Motostoke Riverbank. Shoot, I actually wanted that. In the Stony Wilderness, a Girder, pretty much another Machoke, is captured and named Bob the Builder. Next one was Vanillite in Hammerlock Hills, named Snowcone from the Abominable Snowman in Monsters Incorporated. At Giant's Mere, I was glad to see a Coughing to add a fairy type, eventually to which I named Abe Lincoln. Another great encounter awaited me at Giant's Cape, being Drillbur, which I named G-Force. Before I face Bia, I grind to evolve Abe into a Weezing, which by the way, he is looking fancy. On to the boss. Pascal starts the game with a discharge, getting the paralysis. Since Hitmontop doesn't move, the second hit slays them. Similar with Pangoru, they use Work Up, which allows us 2 free hits, knocking that panda out. And again, Sirfetch'd tried to set up with Swords Dance, but it doesn't get the chance to use it with Pascal 2-hitting them. Nemo is switched in to intimidate, lowering Machamp's attack, tanking the max strike. Another switch in brings Abe to tank a hit, and Nemo soaks their last Dynamax attack upon switching. Zazu is brought in to finish the game with max Airstream, halfway done with the gym challenge. Oh yeah, Beat is a jerk, so my Steel type makes quick work of him. Then a little grinding helps Kermit reach his final form. Felicity is given a Sunstone, G-Force earns its Steel typing, and Oscar becomes wiser. I forgot to record my Glimwood Tangle encounter where I sadly killed a Phantom. At least it's already time for the next gym leader. Binks starts the game using Iron Head, one-hit KOing Weezing. Mawile's not as free since it's weakened Binks with Intimidate and it's also Steel typing. So Nemo gives it a taste of their medicine, weakening their attack, prepping Excadrill to come in and knock them out with Dig. 2 Metal Claws take out Opal's Togekiss, and just 1 Max Steel Spite annihilates Gigantamax Alchemy, rewarding us with a 5th gym badge. Hop, you're in my way again! Anyways, on Route 7, I catch Liepard and name it Puss in Boots, and off to the box it goes. Then on Route 8, Sandaconda is caught and named Ka, which may be a good ground alternative if needed. Last Pokemon captured before the next gym is Snom, and given the sick name Mothra, but let's be real, I already got enough ice types. Gym number 6 has this annoying quote-unquote puzzle that I just muscled through by falling a lot, but now it's boss time. Like Mr. Incredible says, I work alone, and she sweeps. Yes, literally sweeps with the move Low Sweep, sweeping Barbicle and Stonejourner, Max Knuckling Shuckle, and dumps Colossal with the 1/4 times super effective Max Quake. Easy peasy badge. Didn't I just play against you, Hop? To be fair, they almost got a kill on Mr. Incredible, but everyone made it out alive. Shortly after that, Zazu evolved into Corviknight. I skipped my encounter on Route 9 because I already got enough Pokemans, as my aunt would say, and I'm excited about getting towards the end game. But before we face the Spikemuth gym, we must face again the bloodthirsty Marnie, who has been responsible for killing 2 of my Pokemon. I'm not as nervous though because Mr. Incredible's fighting type is great against our Darkmons. With Toxicroak though, I need to dig to kill— What the flip just happened? How in the world did Toxicroak hit me while I was underground? I never knew this, but apparently the no guard guard ability not only allows your moves to never miss, that includes your opponent's attacks as well. So I gave Marnie a free gut shot and she took it, killing Mr. Incredible. Luckily, the rest of the match went fine, but I was really bummed losing Machoke. At least I have a Girder, another Eviolite user, but it hasn't gotten any EVs added to its stats since I've been using Machoke this whole time. Now time for the coolest gym leader, who's probably a competitive player too, since he thinks Dynamax is lame like the rest of us competitive players think. Yeah, I said it. I start with Nemo intimidating to weaken Scrafty's attack so Nemo can just set up Dragon Dances, then waterfall through all of them. Unfortunately for us, Scrafty gets a critical hit payback after our second dance, but Nemo's attack is doubled and can knock out Screwer. Oh no, 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 no. It didn't kill. It's the end of Nemo. Oh freaking Nemo, you lived, you son of a gun. I can't risk Nemo's life. So I switch in Zazu, who gets hit decently hard by a foul play, but I have Zazu U-turn, which sadly doesn't take out Malamar. They cycle cut Abe Lincoln and I counter with Will-O-Wisp, cutting their attack damage in half. That way Oscar can come in and finish with an Earthquake. Piers brings an Obstagoon, likely to use Obstruct, so I switch in Bob to Builder to hopefully set up and carry the rest of the battle. Bob bulks up, tanking the Shadow Claws until I see an Obstruct, signaling to me the next turn is safe to attack with Hammer Arm. Skuntank is the last one on his team, so Bob digs, and PTSD triggers a little with Toxic Landing, even though underground, but Bob gets the one-hit KO, earning the 7th gym badge for us. Time for a new wild area encounter and some grinding. At Axu's Eye, Pelipper is added to the team, but it doesn't have Drizzle, so who cares? Casper is next to evolve into Dusclops because that's a great doubles partner for the 8th gym leader. This is the part of the game I looked forward to the most since my main thing is playing competitive Pokemon VGC double battles. I hear Raihan is one of the tougher bosses, but this is my comfort zone. I lead with G-Force since Gigalith kicks up a Sandstorm, activating our ability Sand Rush, doubling G-Force's speed. But first, I have to protect to avoid a breaking swipe from Flygon, which would lower my attack. Then Casper Leers, lowering their defense, and Gigalith's attack is blocked. Dynamax G-Force uses Max Quake, burying Gigalith. Flygon uses Crunch instead of Breaking Swipe, and Casper pulls off another Leer. Now it's Flygon's turn to die with a Max Steel Spike. Then their little cheapskate, Snake Anaconda, paralyzing G-Force, cutting its speed in half, and there's another Leer from Casper. Ryan's ace is finally on the field, Duraludon, so I switch in Nemo to lower its attack. Unfortunately, G-Force is fully paralyzed and doesn't move. Then Duraludon uses Max Knuckle, bringing its attack stat back to normal. Earth Power from Sandaconda doesn't affect Nemo. The plan changes from offensive to defensive, stalling their Dynamax, which Zazu tanks the next attack, and avoids the Earth Power from Sandaconda. Nemo is back in with another Intimidate, helping it survive the Max Rockfall and avoiding the poor Sandaconda's 3rd Earth Power miss. Not wanting to lose Nemo, I figure Pascal is not as useful, but thankfully avoids the Stone Edge from Duraludon. Zazu drill pecks Sandaconda, and Sandaconda glares to paralyze Zazu. Pascal protects, blocking the incoming Stone Edge and Earth Power, then Zazu drill pecks Sandaconda again. Now this is why you don't evolve Dusclops, and you give it the Eviolite item, which raises its defense and special defense by 50% if it's not a fully evolved Pokemon. Look at that. No way Pascal would have lived both of those attacks. Zazu finally finishes Sandaconda with a 3rd Drill Peck. I switch in G-Force to help keep Casper alive from the Iron Head, and Zazu is paralyzed. Then I switch in Pascal, predicting the Body Press, which doesn't do much, and Zazu is paralyzed again. G-Force comes back to take the Stone Edge, but they aim for Zazu, which is fine, which it returns with a U-turn, bringing out Ninetales. And once again, I switch in Pascal to tank a potential Body Press. Ninetales uses Flamethrower, getting them down to under half HP, and there's the Body Press. The doubles battle is finally over with another Flamethrower from Ninetales, earning us the last gym badge with no deaths. As I breeze through Route 10, I make a mistake with the Hardcore Nuzlocke rules. I've only played through this game once, so I thought there was just the Champions Cup, then the fight with Leon. So I made the level cap 55. But no, there is a semifinal round, then a final Champion Cup round, which means the level cap should be 49 until finals. This means my Excadrill, Dusclops, Ninetales, and Corviknight are all over leveled and have to be boxed until the finals. This sucks, since I definitely wanted to use them because they've been so good. So I need to grind some backup members, and while I'm at it, I catch a Barbacool from the Dusty Bowl, which will never be used. My last encounter for this run is Piloswine from the Lake of Outrage, named Buffalo Bill, but it probably won't be used either. The backup team is now ready to enter the semifinals, first against Marnie, which I remind you has killed 3 of my Pokemon so far. She foolishly starts by snarling Bob the Builder, which bulks up twice, and then starts the sweep with Hammer Arm. Scrafty also gets one hit KO'd by the Hammer Arm. Toxtricity is easy peasy too with a Dig Attack. Morpeko is also crushed by a Hammer Arm. Now I don't want Bob to die from the Fairy attack, so Abe Lincoln swaps in to tank their Dynamax turns. I forgot about the Misty Terrain, wasting Abe's Will-O-Wisp, which has no effect in that terrain. Then Abe is drowsy from Grimmsnarl's G-Max Snooze. Abe uses Strange Stream, game, doing decent damage, then survives the last Dynamax attack from the enemy. It's now Nemo's turn to end this with a simple waterfall. I can tell Marnie's upset she got no kills this time. Okay, Hop. Promise me this is the last time we fight, for crying out loud. The plan is simple. Don't get paralyzed by doubles body slams and dance like a gentleman. 2 body slams don't get the para, and Nemo got to dragon dance twice. Time to watch my elaborate waterfall strategy. Oh yeah, and max darkness at the end. Okay, now the level cap is at 55, so I can bring back the homies. But first, we gotta fight the big bad sidekick, Oleana. Nothing too much to highlight from this fight, except I did use Kermit as a sacrifice in order to keep G-Force safe with a free switch in to end the match with 2 max quakes. I already got a few water and ground types, so Kermit's loss isn't much to cry about. A quick Google search informed me that Nessa is the first to fight in the Champions Cup, but I totally forgot that Bead interrupts and face you first. It's fine though. Nemo switches in after U-turn to weaken Mawil's attack so G-Force can come in safely. First an Earthquake to take out Mawile, then an Iron Head to slam Gardevoir back to its Pokeball, another Iron Head to wipe out Rapidash, then switch it up with a Protect to sponge the Max Flare from their Gigantamax Hatterene, swapping Casper to stall as well, but they got a crit, which was scary, but we livin'. And here's something you won't see much. Dynamax Casper to use Max Guard, ending their Dynamax turns. Nemo comes in to take the Mystical Fire. Now this probably means they won't use another fire move with me having a water type, so Zazu enters safely, finishing them off with an Iron Head. Alright, now it's time for Nessa. The strat seems easy for this one. Zazu starts with Drill Peck, activating Golisopod's emergency exit, swapping in Barraskewda. Zazu, of course, tanks a hit, then U-turns so Pascal can start the sweep with the Choice Scarf. An item that boosts its speed by 50%, but you're locked into only one move. Dumb mistake. I forgot how fast Barraskewda is, and it was still faster using Drill Run. Wow, I got so lucky and missed. Pascal is 4 times weak to ground, so he would have definitely been dead. At least Overdrive makes the fish go away. Now the Choice Scarf Overdrive strat should work. Bye-bye Golisopod, bye-bye Seaking, bye-bye Pelipper. Then with Dreadnought, I play it safe with Dynamax to max Lightning, which the turtle barely survives, but Pascal survives as well, even though they crit and end the game with another max Lightning. Bia's match is super predictable to set up amazingly. I lead Casper, causing Hawlucha to use Bounce, since that's the only move that will hit the Ghost type. Casper simply protects until they are out of PP. Then Will-O-Wisp, cutting their attack in half. To weaken her even further, Nemo's Intimidate makes their high jump kick do nothing. Now he Dragon Dances like the gentleman that he is, until he's max attack and max speed. Similar to Pascal last game, spamming Waterfall is the plan. Bye-bye Hawlucha, bye-bye Phalanx, bye-bye Sirfetch'd, bye-bye Grapploct, and bye-bye Gigantamax Machamp with Max Geyser. Raihan isn't as easy with Nemo since it takes out Torkoal with Earthquake. Gudra's presence threatens Nemo with a possible Thunder, so Abe Lincoln takes its place while they set up the Rain Dance. Gudra and Abe exchange blows with Muddy Water and Strange Stream, respectively, Abe protecting in between turns to stall out the rain, and Ryan healing Gudra with full restore. Saving Abe's life, I switch in Pascal, which also avoids their Thunder attack. Pascal's job is to use Snarl, weakening Gudra's special attack every time it hits, while Gudra sets up the rain and starts to use Muddy Water and Surf. With rain gone and Gudra's power severely nerfed, G-Force enters the arena, ready to sweep, and dodges the Muddy Water. A simple Earthquake gets the useless critical hit, KOing Gudra, then I Dynamax it to ensure a one-hit kill on Turtonator with a Max Quake. Raihan foolishly sets up a Sandstorm with Flygon, doubling my extra drill speed, to which I say, thank you with 2 Max Steel Spikes, raising my defense each time. With those defensive boosts, I'm not troubled by Gigantamax Duraludon, G-Force Earthquakes, the Duraludon Max Knuckles. Then G-Force ends the game with another Earthquake. Leon, here we come. Well, not just yet. Gotta stop evil Chairman Rose first. I fast forward through this battle, just had to play it right, and everything went smooth, but I want to talk about how stupid it is to assume in Nuzlocks. I'm gonna say it again, I've only played through this game once when it first came out, and it's my first Nuzlocke. So I thought we'd go straight to the easy Dynamax fight with Eternatus. No, that is not what happens in this game. You fight normal Eternatus first, and your party does not get automatically healed like it does many other times in the game. So here I am getting owned by Eternatus, and I can't save anyone. The Gyarados, Corviknight, Dusclops, and Ninetales, I wanted to use all of them for the Leon fight. Especially Nemo the Gyarados, since it easily has an advantage over Cinderace and Charizard. But nope. They all die. What a bloody battle. What a beginner mistake. Another mistake I made with Eternatus is I could have saved Ka's life by sacking a weak Mon, but I was so flustered and upset that I just let it glare to paralyze Eternatus. Then he died and Excadrill was fast enough to KO Eternatus. Now there's the easy Gigantamax battle I remember. Doesn't matter now. I really wasn't scared of the Leon fight at all, but the Pokemon that were going to make it easy are now all dead. So a new strategy has to be formed. This involved 2 Pokemon I thought that were not going to be used, Buffalo Bill, who's now a Mamoswine, and pumped with 26 proteins, maxing his attack, and Nigel, the Pelipper who's meh. Let's do this. The final battle. So there are 2 main threats that worry me. Leon's Aegislash and Seismitoad. To be super safe, I gave Pascal Choice Scarf to outspeed Aegislash in order to nuzzle, first paralyzing them in case Pascal died in 1 turn. Well, it took 2 turns and Pascal is now dead, but his sacrifice meant a lot for the team. G-Force gets the revenge kill with an Earthquake. And what the heck is Leon doing? He shouldn't send out Cinderace already. This screws up my plan, but I can't adjust. Sebastian is switched in, taking the Pyro Ball well, and even survives the acrobatics, but misses Crab Hammer, causing Sebastian to be useless this fight, and only helps by providing a free switch. I wanted to save Nigel, specifically for Seismitoad, but that's changing now. Nigel doesn't even lose half of its HP from acrobatics, and I gave him leftovers to heal in between turns, also with Protect. 2 Scalds wash away Cinderace. Now Dragapult is here. Abe Lincoln's turn. His job is to KO Dragapult or at least do some heavy damage. Yeah, that doesn't happen. Abe misses both of his attacks and then dies to a final Shadow Ball. That was extremely disappointing, Abe. At least Buffalo Bill gets a free switch in. I also gave Bill a Choice Band, which raises his attack by 50%, but you're locked into 1 move. This, on top of the protein I fed him, makes his attack stats massive. Keep in mind, Dragapult is faster. So I lock in Ice Shard, a priority move that hits first, shattering Dragapult in 1 hit. Luckily, Haxorus is up next. So another Ice Shard, but it doesn't get the 1-hit KO. Buffalo Bill doesn't disappoint though, and lives the Iron Tail. Another Ice Shard removes Haxorus from the battle. Alright, now Seismitoad, the second big threat I was worried about. Buffalo Bill chips some damage before being killed by Liquidation. Buffalo Bill, you were amazing. Thank you. It's time for my secret Nigel tech. He was the only one on the team that could learn a grass move, and this one was Seed Bomb, a 4-time super effective attack against Seismitoad. I was worried about his low attack stat wouldn't be enough, but Nigel comes in clutch and gets the kill with Seed Bomb. Yeah, baby. He unfortunately has to die here for Excadrill to get a chance against Leon's final Pokemon, Charizard. I'll let you watch to see how the final battle ends. That's what Focus Sash for. We have to get this kill. We have to get the kill. Crit, that sucks. That sucks really bad. And now we die. We either win or we lose here. We have to get the KO. Excadrill! Yes! We did it! We freaking did it! 1 HP! 1 HP, 1 Pokemon. Crit! That's right! Was that crazy or what? You know, I am sad all of those Pokemon died that would have made the final boss easier, but it was really fun having such a dramatic ending to my first Nuzlocke. Thanks for watching, everyone. Now that I understand the game and Nuzlocke style better, my next challenge is to do a hardcore Nuzlocke with only electric types. Subscribe for more, like the video, leave a comment on how the playthrough went, and maybe some ideas you have. If you want the live experience, be sure to follow me on Twitch. You all have a good one. Thanks.